All right, so today to stir up some more playfulness, but also to get in deeper connection with your world, you are going to run around in the cold. I'm in the winter here, and so that's easy for me to do. But if it happens that you are not in a winter time period, you could like wait and do this in the winter. Or you could get creative, which is even better, and make it work somehow in the summer. I can tell you what we're after. The reason it's run around in the cold is because we're after that sort of electric, almost urgent, spry feeling that happens when you're in the cold. You know, you get like, whoo, and you have to almost move at a more rapid rate to warm yourself or to kind of stir up that energy that is trying to keep you warm. It's the way that dogs do, right? Like when they're out in the freezing cold and they just start like running in circles or like bouncing around, and you're just like, where did all this energy come from? Look at them just like running around like madmen. Because they're cold and it's cold, and it like kind of gives them that spry energy, that urgent or electric kind of stuff that, is meant to be having them cope with the cold. They're coping with the cold by running around. And when you get cold, you have this extra layer of energy, this extra layer of kind of urgency or like, going through you, as a part of being cold. So that's what we're after. We're after that energy. And you can get to that playful, bouncing around like woo kind of, place without the cold. Fair enough. And so, have at it, get creative, all the better. Or you could also use elements of cold, even if you're in the summer, like jumping into a cold pond of water. We already have a jumping into water one, but okay, like try not to be too redundant, but still what we're after is this like, whoo, rush kind of feeling. That gives you extra energy behind what you're doing, and then use it, run it around, in the cold. So at my house, we play these games, and this one at my house, because we make them tougher, at my house. This one is strip down naked and run around the house 2 or 3 times in the cold. We live in the woods, so that's fine, but it doesn't even have to be naked. It could just be like stripped down to minimal clothing so that the coldness and the like urgency is brought even more to a greater height, and then run around, 3 times, or jump or something. But we're just after, feeling the briskness of the cold, feeling the benefits of the cold, feeling what it can do for you. I mean, you may not enjoy the cold, I don't, but it does add an electricity, sometimes, and a level of energy, in small amounts. It can drain your energy if you're out there all day and your hands are numb and it's painful, but in these little small bursts, it can add that extra level of spry playfulness that you see in the dogs. And so we're getting connection with cold and the world and the different elements that can exist in the world, like cold. But we're also just playing. We're just being playful. We're getting in touch with the playful part that is the spry energy that makes us run around, that feels invigorated and that feels that rush, like the dogs, like them jumping around and just being nuts, because it's cold outside. So see what you can do to get into those things and, see how you like the experiment.